this was a debate on social and healthcare issues organized by the Registered Nurses Association of Ontario and our members in Region 6 and 7 with all the political parties, and we had a top leadership of all the 4 political parties debating some very important issues, and the debate was moderated by Carol Gore, a senior columnist at the Toronto Star, and we had about 400 people, because for nurses, health and healthcare is not only to look after people when they become ill, which is part of what we do, it's also how to keep people healthy in the first place, and for that, social determinants of health, issues like poverty, like income, like housing, like education are critical, as well as environmental determinants of health, like, for example, closing the coal plants and renewable energies and not focusing on energy that is produced through dirty means.
We made a commitment in 2003 to hire 8,000 more nurses, and we met that in our first term, and we met that commitment, and 8,000 new nurses were hired between 2003 and 2007. In 2007, we made a commitment to hire a further 9,000, and even despite the economic downturn and the recession, we are halfway to meeting that target. So we have hired 4,500 more. We've increased the ratio of full-time so that it's gone from 50% up to 66% are now full-time positions, and we created the nursing graduate guarantee, which has proved so successful to provide new nurses with the full-time experience and opportunity that they need to succeed, and they need to help our healthcare system succeed.
When I was Minister of Health, I worked with you. We had the nursing task force. There was a recommendation made that 12,000 additional nurses be hired. And I'm very pleased to say to you that before my term was finished, we did hire an additional 12,000 nurses. I'm also pleased to tell you that we did create the position of nurse practitioner. And so we see a role of full-time of employment for nurses, and we see the expansion of nurses.
We might not have invented, if you will, the nurse practitioner, but in 2007 we opened the first nurse practitioner clinic in Canada, in Sudbury, with subsequently commitments to over 25 more clinics by the end of next year.
They all speak that they want to move them forward, but let's look at the fact that although they have promised 25 new ones, how many are funded and open and operating? Very few of those 25, another 6, that's it. We're still 18 to go.
We'd like to see half of Ontarians with access to nurse practitioner-like clinics or family health teams by 2015, and see that rise to 90% by 2020.
We intend to increase minimum wage to $11 an hour as soon as we take power. The idea of bringing up the minimum wage was an idea that came from an NDP. It was long overdue, and it is because of an NDP campaign that we saw the increases up to $10.25 an hour, which is where it stands now.
One thing I'm not going to give to the NDP to take credit for is the 7 successive increases in our minimum wage since 2003 by the Liberal government. So our minimum wage is now $10.25. It's 50% higher than it was in 2003. It's the highest minimum wage in all of Canada, and it followed a freeze on increasing the minimum wage.
So one of the things we've put forward is lowering income taxes by raising the personal exemption levels and taking more low-income workers off of the tax rolls in general to increase take-home pay.
We would like to make sure that we are in a position where we can start creating more jobs for students and people who have lost their jobs in the province of Ontario. We currently have an unemployment rate for youth. These are people graduating from universities, colleges, of 15%. So we want to do everything we can to cut government red tape regulation, and we want to make sure that the private sector is in a position to create new jobs for people in this province, because it's quite alarming that the youth unemployment rate